In potassium permanganate, first we are going to study about its preparation. Now this reaction either you can choose to write in the molecular form or you can also write it in the form of a ionic equation. Potassium permanganate crystals and potassium perchlorate crystals have similar shape. Tetrahedral permanganate is purple colored, that is you can see this is Mn. Hello my dear students, welcome back to session 6 on the chapter D and F block elements. Last class we have studied about potassium dichromate. We learned how to prepare that, we learned all the chemical properties as well as why they are a very good oxidizing agent, isn't it? Today we shall learn about potassium permanganate. In potassium permanganate, first we are going to study about its preparation. So, under preparation of potassium permanganate, the step 1, this is the first step where we are taking manganese dioxide with potassium hydroxide and air, that is oxygen. In the presence of potassium nitrate, it will form potassium manganate. You can see K2MnO4 is what? It is potassium manganate. Okay, so manganese dioxide with potassium hydroxide in air in the presence of oxidizing agent like potassium nitrate will give green colored mass of potassium manganate. This is first step. Okay, now in the first step what you have got, that is potassium manganate, is extracted with water. That is, it is there in the form of the solution. Now that solution is acidified. So you add acid to that, then there is disproportionation reaction which is happening and potassium manganate will give rise to potassium permanganate, manganese dioxide, potassium sulfate and water. Now this reaction either you can choose to write in the molecular form or you can also write it in the form of a ionic equation, that is you can write MnO4 2 minus, when it is acidified added H plus ion, then you will get MnO4 minus MnO2 and water is formed. So this is manganate ion to permanganate ion you will get, and potassium permanganate is having a dark purple color. So you are going to get a dark purple colored solution which on concentration you will get solid crystals of potassium permanganate. This is step 2. So first step, you are taking manganese dioxide, treating it with KOH and air to get potassium manganate K2MnO4 solution. That's green color. That green colored solution you acidify, then you get potassium permanganate, manganese dioxide and potassium sulfate. So this is how we get a purple colored potassium permanganate. Okay. Next is its physical properties. Now we know that it's a dark purple colored crystal solid and it forms dark purple rhombic prisms. That is, its crystals have rhombic structure. Okay. And it is isomorphous with potassium perchlorate and also it is fairly soluble in water, about 6.4 grams per 100 gram of water at 20 degree Celsius. You might ask me, ma'am, what is the meaning of isomorphous? Isomorphous means potassium permanganate crystals and potassium perchlorate crystals have similar shape. Then we use the word isomorphous and this phenomena is called as isomorphism. Okay, so that's about the properties of potassium permanganate. Next, going to the structure. You can see tetrahedral manganate ion. It is green color, that is MnO4 2 minus is manganate ion. MnO2 minus, you can see oxygen with minus sign. The other two oxygen atom has got the double bond with manganese. Tetrahedral permanganate is purple colored. That is, you can see this is MnO4 minus, manganese with oxygen double bond, one more oxygen single bond, the other oxygen with single bond with one charge is present. But both are tetrahedral structure. Here there is one electron extra, here one electron is less. Thus, the color also is changing. Here it's green color, here it is purple color. Manganate ion and permanganate ion. Okay. Next is about the other properties, other chemical properties. First is color. I told you all already, it is got a dark purple colored black prisms with greenish luster which becomes dull in air due to superficial reduction. So on the superficial there can be reduction which is happening, so slight color change can be there. And solubility, it is moderately soluble in water, is what I told you all. Next is action of heat. If you take potassium permanganate and heat it at 513 Kelvin, it readily decomposes to give oxygen and permanganate will form manganate. So at red heat, potassium manganate is formed which decomposes to give potassium manganite, K2MnO3. So first you take potassium permanganate, you heat it, you get potassium manganate. Potassium manganate will further decompose to give potassium manganite, K2MnO3, and liberate oxygen gas. So once again, potassium permanganate you take, heat it, you get potassium manganate with oxygen. Potassium manganate further on heating will give potassium manganate and liberate oxygen gas. Okay. Next is action of heat in the current of hydrogen. So you're passing hydrogen gas and you're heating it. Then what happens? Potassium permanganate, when you are heating it with hydrogen, you are heating it, you will get KOH, MnO and water vapors are formed. Okay. Next is oxidizing property, a very important property. Potassium permanganate is a very powerful or a very strong oxidizing agent. The actually course of the reaction depends on how you use permanganate. That is, potassium permanganate is a good oxidizing agent in neutral reaction or neutral solution or in alkaline medium or even in acidic medium. But what is the product formed depends on whether you're using acidic potassium permanganate or alkaline potassium permanganate or a neutral potassium permanganate. So we'll see some of the reactions. First one is in acid solutions. In acidic solution, iodine is liberated from potassium iodide. So I minus is from potassium iodide if I take. So this is K plus and I minus. This I minus in the presence of MnO4 minus, that is permanganate ion, acidified. So it has got H plus ions also. It forms Mn plus 2 water molecules and 5 iodine molecules are formed. I2 molecules are formed. So you will get iodide to iodine. Okay. Of course, we have to balance the equation. Next is ferrous ion, which is green color, is converted to ferric ion, which is yellow color. So you can see Fe plus 2, MnO4 minus, 8H plus gives Mn plus 2, 4H2O and 5 Fe plus 3. So from plus 2 state to plus 3 state it is getting converted. Okay. Next is oxalate ion or oxalic acid at 333 Kelvin will liberate carbon dioxide gas. So you can see C2O4 2 minus is oxalate ion. Oxalic acid is COOH. COOH. If you remove these two hydrogen, that is, it gets the negative charge, H plus ion will be lost because it's an acid. So COO minus, that is C2O4 2 minus is called as what? Oxalate ion. So oxalate ion with permanganate ion in acidic condition. It gives Mn plus 2, 8 water molecules and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. This particular reaction, you are doing it in your lab for titration. Okay. Last one is hydrogen sulfide is oxidized to precipitate sulfur. Now hydrogen sulfide H2S is what? H plus ion and S2 minus ion. So sulfide ions with manganate ion in the acidic condition gives Mn plus 2, water and sulfur is precipitated. Okay. So this is some of the reaction in acidic solution. Some more we have, we'll see. Sulfurous acid or sulfite, if I take, it gets oxidized to sulfate or sulfuric acid. So here we have sulfite, SO3 2 minus in the presence of manganate in the acidic medium gives Mn plus 2, water and sulfate is formed. SO3 2 minus to SO4 2 minus, sulfite to sulfate you will get. The last one is nitrite to nitrate. NO2 minus to NO3 minus is the last oxidizing reaction. Okay. Next we are going to study the reactions in neutral or faintly alkaline solution. Okay, here what is happening? Now you can make out the difference. If I use acidified potassium permanganate, what is the product form? If I use neutral potassium permanganate, what is the product form? Okay, so first one you see oxidation of iodide to iodate, but in acidic medium what we learned? It is I minus to give I2, iodide to iodine we got. Here it is iodide to iodate. You can see MnO4 with water, iodide getting converted to MnO2, OH minus and iodate, that is, this is iodate, IO3 minus. Okay. Similarly, thiosulfate is oxidized to sulfate. Okay, what is it? S2O3 2 minus will give SO4 2 minus in neutral potassium permanganate medium. So it is MnO4 minus with S2O3 2 minus in water. It gives MnO2, SO4 2 minus and OH minus. Last is manganese salt is oxidized to MnO2 in the presence of zinc sulfate as catalyst. So you have to use the catalyst here, only then the reaction will happen. What is happening here? MnO4, that is permanganate, manganese salt, Mn plus 2 state is there with water. It gives MnO2 and H plus ion is liberated. Okay. So when it comes to neutral and alkaline medium, the reactants are same, but the products which is formed is little different, which you need to take care. Okay. So that's about potassium permanganate. Next class we'll be learning about the F block elements. Okay. So thank you my dear children. Stay tuned, stay focused.